Hello Theresa, it's Alistair here. Okay, so I'm going to walk through this workout and demonstrate the exercises so you'll be able to reference this when you're doing your workouts. So this is one of two that I'm going to send for you to do at home. Today we're going to focus on some cardio to get you warmed up, and then we're also going to do some lower body and a little bit of shoulders and a little more legs, all right? Okay, so part A, I'm going to send you a picture of this as well. You're going to see that we've got 3 sets of it, so there's 3 exercises. The first one is going to be jumping jacks. So our regular jumping jacks are like this, 2, 3. If you're finding difficulty with that one, we can adapt it, change it to take a step out. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, keeping that pace up. So the idea here is that we're getting our heart rate up and we're moving those limbs that we're going to be using during our workout so that we're getting a dynamic warm-up. Exercise number 2 is going to be run or walk at a brisk pace up and down your staircases that you have for 2 minutes. So set your timer on your watch, on your phone, whatever you want to use, but 2 minutes. I want you going up and down the stairs until that 2 minutes goes off. And then we're going to do a plank hold. So we were talking about your elbows bothering you. So I want to go over that again. We're in our plank position, so I don't want your hands up and you're pushing right through those elbows. Try and put your weight so it's distributed across that forearm, right? So a lot of that load should be going down in the middle of that forearm and into your hands instead of up like this and right on that elbow. And you don't want to be pushed away. We want to keep our body over top so the weight's coming straight down instead of you're pushing away and it's causing that rubbing. If that's still bothering you, perhaps get more of a padding, put a towel down. We can also go straight arm like this, still engaging our core, keeping our tummy tight. We don't want our hips sagged or our bottom up like that. Okay, so that's your plank hold, and I've got you doing that for 45 seconds. So that's 1 set, quick water break, then do 2 more rounds of that. So 3 rounds in total of part A. Okay, and make sure after you do those 3 exercises in your first round, you grab a quick sip of water and keep going. So the idea is not to take long breaks between sets, about 30 seconds, and we just want to keep that heart rate up, okay? Part B is going to be drop squats, okay? So the analogy that I use here is you think of guys at the fair, they're in those dunk tanks and you got to hit them and they drop. So think of like the ground's coming out from underneath you very quickly, unexpectedly maybe, and we drop and you catch yourself. So drop and catch. With any leg exercise, we still don't want the knees going past the toes. Okay, drop, keeping our head up, chest up, engaging our core. So you're slowing your body down and back to top, like that. Okay, I've got you doing 25 drop squats. This next one here, you're gonna go find a piece of wall and you're gonna get in that squat position, feet just outside hip width, out in front of you so our knees cannot go past our toes. Head up against the wall. We're gonna go right down to 90 degrees. If that's bothering your knees, you can kind of shimmy back up, but we're gonna hold this position. You can put your hands here, you can rest them on your legs, but don't kind of get into a crouched position, stay back. And that's for 1 minute total. Okay, so just your body weight. Exercise number 3, they're called donkey kicks. This one here, you can do them from your forearms in that plank position or straight arms. Okay, whichever one's gonna help your shoulder feel better. I'm gonna go show you the straight arm one because it does give you a little more room for the leg. So we're gonna bring our knee to the chest and kick straight back and then back again. That's gonna be focusing on our glutes. Okay, so as you kick to the top, I want you to get a nice squeeze and come back, bring your knee almost to your chest. We'll do all one leg and then switch and do the other leg. So I've got you doing 20 on one leg and then 20 on the other, okay? So you might have to take a few second break between legs because your arms are gonna be tired from holding that position. Exercise number 4 is gonna be sitting on our ball. So I'm gonna go grab a ball quickly. Okay, so this is what you were calling a Bosu ball. It's an exercise ball. So Ted's bringing that one to you right now. I want you to anchor this anywhere that's nice and secure. We're gonna have you sitting on the ball, head up, chest up, so good posture, engaging our core. feet outside hip width apart. And we're gonna bring your hands to the back. I want you to keep those shoulders from shrugging. Keep it nice and relaxed. And exhale, and then back. So I know you have rubber bands, 20, 30, a bunch of different ones. So I would go on one of your lighter rubber bands, just to make sure that we're getting proper technique and we're able to get through that whole range of motion. And then you can always build from there. So I do have you doing 20 reps with this. So I want to make sure those last 2 or 3 reps are difficult, but still good technique. So it's hard for me to know because there's so many different varieties of bands out there. But as long as we're using good technique and then it's challenging you, especially towards the end, okay? The next one's gonna be bent over rear dumbbell flies. So you've got your 5-pound dumbbells at home, so I'll demonstrate with mine here. Feet just outside hip width. We're gonna hinge forward at the hips, okay? So that's a hinge like this, sticking our bum out, keeping our head up. We don't wanna bring our hands together. I wanna go right from in front of the legs, and we're gonna go out to the back. Okay, I don't wanna come back like this. I don't wanna come out like that. Right in line with your shoulders and back to the knees. Make sure you're exhaling. Don't start shrugging. Don't start rounding your back. Keep that good position. Hinge forward. Okay, if you're doing this one properly, you're gonna feel it in behind the back of the shoulder into your shoulder blade area. And I have you doing this on one leg. So it's gonna challenge your balance. And if you're finding that you can't do it on one leg, then go down to both legs. This is just me trying to push your balance a little bit. So play with it. I had you doing 10 per leg. So if you can do that, that's great. Or we can go down and do all 20 from both your feet. Okay, and then the last exercise here for part B are gonna be screamers. So I call them screamers because your legs start burning ideally. So all it is a little like baby lunge. Okay, so like a normal lunge is all the way down. We're just gonna do a little one, little hop. Bring that knee up, exhale. You can see this knee here. I'm not bending too far down. So it's gonna get my heart rate up. It's gonna cause that leg to start burning. So I got you doing 20 on one leg, then switch and do 20 on the other. You'll find one leg you got a little more coordination than the other. That's okay, practice. You may even need to hold on to something just for a little bit of balance. But same motion, we're bringing that knee up and that little hop and that little lunge, okay? All right, so that's part B. Grab some water, you get a 1.5-minute break between the sets for part B. And then I want you to do 2 rounds total, okay? Keep an eye on the clock because you might go through this stuff quickly, especially after you've done it a few times. So I've got it down, part A is 3 sets and part B is 2 sets. But after you've done this a few times, you might feel really confident and you're getting in better shape. So add an extra round if you're finding you have more time within that hour. That's great. There is definitely a learning curve on some of this, so at least minimum do it twice, part B. Part C is stretching. So I want 5 to 10 minutes of stretching, full body, head to toe, and make sure that you're holding those stretches for 30 seconds or more. Okay, so we got our chest stretch. We'll do our sit and reach for the hamstring, glute stretches, tricep stretch. I love this one here. We get our back and we lean into it, kind of feel it all the way down here. Okay, so you got your yoga mat, you do yoga, so you can incorporate some of those stretches as well. All right, so that's workout number 1. I'm gonna edit this. You might see my website go at the bottom here. That's just how I do things. But let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to seeing you in person soon. All right, take care.